Welcome to my Stop Fighting with Your Son podcast. If this is your first time here, I recorded 4 episodes especially for you to help you eliminate the fights right away and start connecting with your boy as soon as possible. Go to episodes 54 through 59. I have 4 boys of my own, and I know better than anyone how much you want to have a good relationship with your boy and all the things that can come in your way. If you are a mom of boys, I am the coach for you. Let's go. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm excited to talk to you. I actually was just listening to someone else's podcast and really enjoying it. I was making dinner. I'm all alone in the house. I cleaned it. So I just really I love listening to podcasts. And that's one of the big reasons why I started my own, because I love listening to them. And for 2 reasons. I love the people when they tell me their stories, and I also found them super helpful. So I'm hoping that you are also finding helpful and you like my silly stories. So today I really want to give you a small little something that actually gives you something big. It can give you freedom to move towards what you want. And that little something is the word sometimes. And I've seen it in the recent month or two in a couple situations, and I will tell you the 3 examples I have, and I just love it, love it, love it. And I was talking about it with my mom, and it is something that can give you freedom from one-way mentality, okay? So the first one I'm going to tell you was with my client, and she may be like you, or you are maybe like her. And I think we're all like this client. We want to be a good mom, right? And sometimes we're a bad mom, right? But sometimes we forget that we're a good mom, right? We only think, oh my God, I'm a terrible mom. Like if you yelled at the kids, or you don't dread being with them, or you're angry, or whatever reasons you have, or you're fighting with your son, whatever reasons that you have, you might be only thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just a bad mom. If I do this, I'm not a good mom. And it might not be something conscious that you're even thinking. It could be just a bad feeling that you have, like guilt, right? If you feel heavy, or if you just feel like you're ruining your son or whatever. So, and I worked with my client, and the freedom that she found, so she said, oh no, I'm a terrible mom and I need to be a good mom. I need to either change what I'm doing, everything, or I need to believe a new thought. I'm a good mom. And when you believe you're a terrible mom, it's very hard for anyone to make this huge leap to the totally opposite side where I'm a great mom. And so the freedom that she found was saying, I'm a terrible mom sometimes. Because when she said that, it allowed her to see all of the picture. It allowed her to see that, yes, she's a terrible mom sometimes, and she's also a good mom sometimes. In fact, she's a good mom most of the time, and 99.9% of the time, right? But until she added that word sometimes, she was stuck thinking she has to change all of her life or all of her beliefs completely. She has to erase that thought, erase that belief, and act as a totally different person, right? But when she dropped that whole plan and she said, okay, I'm just going to say I'm a terrible mom sometimes, then I don't have to change anything, except now I can see things from a different perspective, and I can see all of my life. And then it freed her up to move towards what she wanted, which was being loving, supportive mom, right? Just freedom in being human and not getting stuck in labels, right? The other one I have is I coached a client who came to me and said, I have a problem with coffee. I know coffee is bad for me and I should stop drinking it, but I can't stop drinking it because I keep drinking it, and I just need to either get that thought out of my head or stop drinking coffee, and I'm doing both. And so The same thing happened here. As I coached this client, she found freedom in also doing the same thing, saying, coffee is bad sometimes, right? Because it was really hard and not believe it anymore. Because she strongly believes that coffee is bad for her body, and she had evidence, but gave her evidence. And so I didn't want to take that away from her, but I did want to help her move towards what she does want. She wants to drink coffee, and she also wants to feel good about it. She doesn't feel guilty about it. And the sentence, when we added this word sometimes to it, it really gave her freedom to relax and drop the coffee. And now she is able to enjoy coffee sometimes, and other times she thinks, oh no, I'm not going to have a coffee, right? So I'll give you another example for myself that just recently happened last week. I coached myself, and it's the beginning of summer, a week or two before my kids are out of school, and I'm so excited because it's going to be my first summer with my kids without our helper that we had for the last 6 years. And I'm really excited because they're in a really sweet age. The twins are 6, the big boys are 9 and 10. And so I have a lot of fun stuff planned for them. We have trips, we have camping, we have concerts, they have fun camps going on. So I'm so excited. And as I coach myself, I realized that I don't want to coach this summer. I don't want to work this summer. And I felt really bad about that. I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I should want to coach. I love coaching. If I don't want to coach, what does that mean? Does that mean I'm a bad coach? Does that mean I don't want to help people? Does it mean I am not a serious business person? And in my mind, it was like, yeah, this means all the bad stuff, right? But as I sat there, I looked at it. I'm like, oh, and I allowed myself to question that. I'm like, really? Does it actually mean that? What if it was totally fine for me not to coach for the summer? What if this is actually what all of my clients want, is to also break from the summer, for the summer, and this is actually a great choice for me, my business, and my clients. And as I questioned it and I looked at it that way, I then all of a sudden realized, of course I don't want to coach in summer because sometimes I just don't want to coach anyone, right? It was so funny to me. I said, do I want to coach in the middle of the night? Not really. I want to sleep. Do I want to coach people on the weekend? Not anymore. I did in the beginning when I started my business. I did coach on the weekends and in the evenings after kids went to sleep because I was so excited to help people and I was just starting out. But no longer am I willing to do that. I can do that in my work time. So I don't want to coach on the weekends, in the evenings anymore. And it's totally understandable that I don't want to coach during summer, right? So that I remembered all of my coaching on the word sometimes, and I did that for myself. I said, oh, I don't want to coach sometimes. Come September, I'm going to be all over. I'm going to be like, who can I have next, right? So that gave me freedom to not see everything as black and white and to start to move towards what I want. What I want is to enjoy the summer with my kids guilt-free, not feeling guilty that I'm not helping my clients, and to just do what I want, which is run my business the way I want to run it. And then I even asked myself, do I want to not record podcasts in the summer? And then I said, no, of course I want to. My people want to hear from me. They want to know all the stories, all what's going on, and all the ideas I have in summer. So of course I want to record in summer. And this is part for me to connect with you. So I don't want to coach. This sometimes is the word. Sometimes that gave me freedom. So for you, where are you stuck that word can help you with? Where are you seeing things as black and white? Where are you saying, with my clients, I've had a client who came to me only for one session and she said, I have a bad relationship with my son. And she didn't see, because she was believing that, she didn't see all the ways that her relationship with her son is good. And only in one session, as we challenged that sentence, she saw that sometimes her relationship is great, sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad. And that label doesn't have to lock you in, right? So that word again, sometimes, freed her up to actually to admit that, like, you're right, I don't even have a problem. I don't need help with my relationship with my son because it's pretty good. Like, right? And so where are you being stuck with that, with your relationships? Where are you labeling your relationships and completely ignoring all the amazing stuff that happens in your relationships? Right? So just add the word sometimes to, like, oh, we fight sometimes, right? Our relationship is tumultuous sometimes, right? Just play around with it. Kind of like cracks a little bit of the labels that we put on things, and helps us see all of 100% of what is, which is never one-sided. Okay, you got the point. So really move towards what it is you want by using this freedom, using that freedom to allow that to be sometimes true and sometimes not true. Okay, if you ever need help with feedback coaching in September, you can always sign up for a session with me. My website, www.coachingnatalia.com. Go sign up for a free mini session, and I'll be happy to coach you once I'm back. But for now, I'm going to go spend the most amazing summer with my 4 boys, and I'll keep you up to date in my episodes. Okay, guys? Have a great week. I love you. Bye. And I'm on a roll.